Welcome back to my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. Just in case you're seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Glory Praise Emmanuel, and I'm very happy to have you join me in this video. First of all, before I go on, why are you not subscribed to this channel? Now, this is for those people that are not already subscribed. Please do well to click on the subscribe button and like this video and share this video because I'm sure that it's going to benefit you and a lot of people, okay? Now, this video is not a regular video. It is quite different and it's very interesting. So, I'm going to be talking about tech. Like, I noticed that a lot of people do not know what tech is, first of all, and they're trying to get into the tech space. They're trying to start a career in the tech space. Now, this video is with your guide. This is your go-to guide. So it is actually a recording from an online event that I spoke at. So just ensure that you pick all the lessons, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions. Thank you so much, and yeah, enjoy the video.
We are going to touch a bit on all of this. What is tech? We are going to debunk some myths about tech. I'll tell you why you should jump into tech. I'll tell you how to get started. And then I'll tell you the different careers that are available for you to explore and how to find your own path. So I really hope you take down one or two things from this talk. So my name is Glory Praise Emmanuel, like she said, and I'm a blockchain developer. I have experience working as a front-end developer, working as a technical writer, and when I'm not writing code, I like to create content. I create tech content about Web3. Mostly about Web3, mostly about, I kind of do tech vlogs. But yeah, I try to create content whenever I have the strength. When I'm not doing that, I'm writing articles, trying to explain technical concept, making it easy for everybody to understand. I won an award, the Superwoman Under 30 Awards, and yes, I have a degree in computer engineering. So that's about me. You can find me on social media as Emma Glory Praise. Anywhere on social media, you can find me on YouTube also at Glory Praise Emmanuel. So what is tech? Now, I have a couple of write-ups. You can actually read it. But then I think one of the misconceptions people think about is that when they think about tech, they think just about the possible careers. But how I like to think about tech is the application of scientific knowledge to anything at all. When you apply science, when you apply scientific knowledge, and you're trying to make a particular sector, you're trying to make a particular thing better, you're applying tech. You're doing technology is being applied there. So take it back to when we're growing up, and we saw things evolve. We saw things from communication, for example. In the olden days, when you want to talk to somebody, you have to write a letter. And then it will take 1 month, to take a couple of months for the person to get the letter and send you back a response. Now, technology came into play, and you can actually call someone that is in the UK from your house in Nigeria, and you're able to hear the person and communicate in real time. That is tech being applied. Take it down to the agricultural industry. Before, when we go to the farm, we have our hoes, and you're just using your hose to dig up the soil, and you plant and you harvest. But now you can actually use computers to there's something they call I don't even remember the terminologies, but you can actually use computers to program your farm to get hydrated at a particular point in time. Irrigation. So at a particular point in time, the farm is being irrigated by water, like water irrigates the soil, and people don't necessarily have to do that manually. That is technology being applied. So in my own opinion, the application of certain methodologies and skills in the creation of products and services that fulfill specific need is technology. So whatever form it might be, applying science to our day-to-day living to make it better, that is technology. That is my own very rough definition, but I hope you get it. So I have very limited time. I'm going to go as fast as I can. So what are some of these myths about technology that has prevented a lot of people from learning about it or maybe getting in? Now, the very first myth is that you have to be great at maths or science, that you have to be a whiskey, like your IQ has to be very high for you to actually like explore career paths in tech. That is a very, very, it's a very, very wrong misconception. You don't have to be excelling at maths for you to get a career in tech. Because interestingly, there are several areas that you can play at, and we're going to find out in a couple of minutes. But yeah, I'm here to debunk that myth that you have to be a whiz kid or you have to have a very high IQ for you to actually do well. The second one is that you need to be young to succeed in tech. Currently, it seems like the Gen Zs are the people that are actually killing it in tech. But no, that's not true. I think last year I worked with one of the professors in my alma mater. I think he said he was 60 and he was writing Python. Python is a programming language. Now, this man was 60, he's a professor, but he was writing code. So who says that you only have to be 20, or maybe you have to be a teenager, or you have to be in your youthful age for you to explore technology? That is not true. So far as your brain is working, you have strength to sit down and learn new things. You have strength to sit down and apply the new things that you learn. It is not too late. So yeah, I'm here to debunk that as well. Now, the next myth that is very popular is that all of the tech jobs are coding related. So I don't know if you know what coding is, but if I'm going to try to like explain it for people that do not have any clue, coding is you writing a particular language whereby you are instructing the computer on what to do. So there are several programming languages. You can either call it coding or programming. So some people think that all the tech jobs are coding related. You don't have to write code. There are so many aspects that you can explore. The next one is that you have to have a super advanced degree in computer science to get a decent job. Or you need to have a job you need to have like a computer science degree or maybe a computer engineering degree to get started. That is not true. I've been working in tech for the past 5 years. No, about 6 years, 7 years now. 7 years, and I've actually never used my computer engineering degree. I've never had to show my degree. What the degree did for me was that it gave me some informations that are useful, like some of the things I learned in school, very few of them, by the way, or some of them I had to learn them again. I was able to like see an application of that in my day-to-day job in some instances. But aside that, I've never really had to show my degree and say that I studied computer engineering, so thereby give me this job. I'm going to talk more about that in a couple of minutes. But yeah, you don't need to have a degree in computer science. I have a lot of friends that studied microbiology, studied theater art, fine art. Some did not even study. Some dropped out from school. In fact, a lot of people, maybe because of money and stuff, they dropped out of school. And they were able to like get into tech and land jobs. So that is not a valid excuse from today. You can no longer use that as an excuse after now, okay? Now, the next one is that you can't use all the skills and experiences that you already have. So some people feel that because maybe they have experience, for example, you have experience working as a medical doctor, or maybe working as an accountant, or maybe working as whatever. So you think that for you to get started in tech, you have to throw away all the things you know and start learning afresh. That is not true. There are some skills that can be transferable. So you can actually transfer some of the skills that you already have, or some of the skills that you've gathered from your previous job or your previous experience. You can actually transfer them into a tech job or whatever. Now, this last one is in tech, there's no room for creativity. It means that if you're a creative person, you will not have a chance or an opportunity to use that. But it's not true. There are some roles that allow, in fact, you need to be creative. You need to think outside the box. You need to actually bring out creativity to actually make it work. Now, the last one, which is very important, is that tech has opportunities mainly for men. The theme or the myth here is that if you're a lady, you don't have a place in tech. And I think it stems from engineering. There was a time they used to say that the only people that could be engineers are women, so rather are men. So if you're a woman, you don't have a place in that career. Obviously, that is not true. That is not true. I'm a woman and I work in tech, and I've been working in tech. I have not a lot of ladies, but then I have female friends that are working in tech as well. So there's opportunity for you. The important thing is that you know what you're doing. So far as you have the skills, whether you're a man, you're a woman, So far as you have the skills, even AI are doing so far as you have the skills, there's a space for you. So focus on getting the skills rather than thinking of your gender. Your gender does not really matter. So if you know how to do the job and you qualify, you'll get the job. In fact, in this current time and age, there are a lot of conversations about inclusivity. They're talking about diversity, inclusion. They're trying to get more women into the space because a lot of women have just stayed back. They just feel that, oh, this is not for me. So now, currently in the tech industry, you see a lot of programs for women. You see a lot of calls, like you see scholarships for women. You see boot camps for women, specialized, tailored roles that they say that, oh, we need a woman to fill this role. But then you find out that a lot of women are not available to do that. Why? Because they feel that it is just for men. So please, after today, like I said, I don't want to hear these excuses again. I have broken them. They are not true. So let's move on to the next thing. So why should you jump into tech? Now, the first part is the innovation. Now, one of the things that tech is known for is that it brings solutions that are not usual. So if you're someone that you like innovative things, you like to see new things, you like to see things created out of nothing, you like to see ideas or solutions to problems that are not necessarily the regular or things that are just innovative, tech is the place that you see that, because the industry itself allows for innovation. It allows for people to come up with ideas and implement those ideas. Then there's growth. In tech, it's very easy for you to grow your career. In the normal industry, if you want to follow the normal career role, you may have to go through this. You may have like different stages, or maybe it may even have some restraints, like maybe you cannot be in this position at a particular age, or maybe, for example, in the football industry, after a particular age, you can no longer try to be a footballer. They will not accept you. But then in the tech industry, there is space for you to grow in your career. So far as you know what you're doing, there's space for you to grow, and the salaries are competitively high compared to what you'll earn in like outside of tech. So yeah, there's space for growth and then impact. You build things that are being used by millions of people. I think one of the most heartwarming thing for me in my career is that I get to build things that people use. I worked in a company once where we're doing something about transport, and I remember that at that particular point in time, people in that state were using that product, and it was helping them. It was helping them get home safe at night. And the mere thought of it that, oh, I'm in a vehicle and somebody is using the application, made me feel so good that, this thing that I'm actually building actually is helping people. So you get to build things that are impactful. Like I gave an example of the effect of tech on communication. Before, you had to write letters, but now you can actually see my face and we are not in the same location. This is impact. A lot of people will use this. It's going to change the life of people, and it's just going to make you feel good knowing that you're impacting to life in your own way. You're doing something that is helping the world in general in a good way. So yeah, these are some of the reasons why you should consider getting into tech. So how do you get started? Which is one of the questions I get the most. The first thing is to do your research. Now, I don't like it when people just ask questions without making any form of attempt to find out on their own. Because in this day and time, we have a lot of information on the internet, but a lot of people would rather use their data to just entertain themselves than to actually seek knowledge, and it's actually not very good. Do your research. Google, search online. There are articles, there are videos, there are courses about tech. Just ask Google, what is tech? Possible tech careers, how to apply tech in your career path. You're going to see answers. So the very first thing for you to do is to actually do your own research. If you find a particular part of tech that interests you, do your research about it. Learn about it. What are people saying about this? Who are the people that are actually doing these things at this particular point in time? It's actually very important that you do your own research, because people can talk, everybody would have their own different opinion, but it's good for you to learn and have your own opinion about something. So yeah, the first one, do your own research. Now, the second one is to decide what path to take. In the next slide, I'm going to talk about how to, just in case you don't know already what path to take, how to figure out something that may be a good fit for you. But yeah, the next step after doing your research is to decide on what path to take. consider the part that may be a good fit. Think about your transferable skills. Like, what are you already doing? If you're somebody that you're already a good communicator, then you should be looking at what part of tech would I be able to apply these communication skills that I already have. If you're someone that likes people, you should be thinking about what part of tech would allow me interact with a lot of people, because you're going to enjoy it. So you need to decide on what part to take, and then you just get started. Now, I added here that no matter how that looks, okay, no, I said just get started. Then I said go for passion, but be practical too. Now that's because some people decide that, oh, I want to follow my passion. Maybe I like to talk. So if it's not talking in tech, I will not do. Sometimes you have to be very practical. Sometimes the passion that you have may not be something that you can really work with right now. So just pick a path and get started. There's nobody that said that if you start with this particular career path in tech, you cannot switch in the future. I personally have done a lot of things. In this past 5-6 years, I've done a lot of things, and I'm still going to try out different things in the future. So it's not that it's a static that, oh, if you start here, you're stuck here for life. Just start. Pick one part and start. Now, the next thing to do is to find tools and resources online. So it's either you're finding resources online or you're finding an institution, maybe like a boot camp, or maybe like a form of training, whether physical or online, or on how to get started. Like, they would actually teach you the skill, like whatever you've decided on, the path that you've decided to take, you now find the resources and tools that will help you build on that. So that's for that. So you either learn online, self-taught, or you decide to join a boot camp, to join a class, whatever. Just find something, find tools, resources to start. And then the next one is to start learning. I didn't say that already, but I have to say that when you want to do something, if you're going to actually pursue a career in tech, consistency is actually very important. It's not something that you say, oh, for example, I'm learning programming, and then you start today, you learn 2 chapters or maybe 2 courses, and then you leave it and you come back the next 3 months. It doesn't work. So you have to be consistent, and you have to apply discipline. When you say, okay, I'm going to start learning this thing, you actually start learning. Put in all the effort that is available, put in all the resources that is available to actually start learning. Like I said here, set up a schedule that works for you. You can say every day, I have to learn 30 minutes. Every day, I pick out 1 hour to actually invest into this thing. The more time you invest in it, the more you're grounded. The more information you gather, the more you're grounded. But then learning is not enough. As you learn, apply what you learn. If you're learning how to code, as you learn, build projects. Whatever you're doing, ensure that you have proof that I am actually good at this thing, or I am actually learning this thing. So when you learn a particular thing today, try to apply it, because that is what is going to be your portfolio. So when people ask you, you say you are a UI UX designer, what have you designed? You're not going to come and tell us that, oh, I did 7 courses, I did this YouTube course. Nobody's going to listen to you. You have to show that this is what I designed, so I can actually design for you. So that's very important, that even as you learn, you put out things that show that you're learning. You should have something to show that you're learning. So practice, build projects, all of that. And then the next one, which is the most ignored, is talking about what you do. So you cannot say that I'm now a tech woman, I'm a woman in tech, I have the skills, but only you know that you can do that thing. So for example, I say I'm the developer, I'm a blockchain developer, but only me know that I'm a blockchain developer. Your family members probably do not know that you have that skill. So how do you now expect to get that job? How do you now expect to get the opportunities? How do you now expect people to refer you? So I'm an advocate for, as you are learning, talk about what you do. I'm an advocate for that, because you don't want to finish learning something for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and then you don't have anything to show for it. You don't want to just be job hunting blindly. You want it to be that even as you're job hunting, when people see opportunities that are related to that thing that you say you are able to do, you come to their mind. So you come to their mind and they refer you. Either they refer you or they point you to that opportunity. So it is very important that even as you learn, you're actually telling people that you are able to, or you're telling people that you're learning this thing, and then you're able to say that, okay, I have done this, and then when people in turn see opportunities, they refer it to you. In fact, in some cases, if you talk about what you do, some people that have jobs, or maybe, for example, let me give an example. I say I'm a web developer, I build websites, and then I've spoken about it on social media a couple of times that I build websites. Randomly, somebody's brother may be looking for someone who knows how to build websites, and then the person will remember that, oh, that girl said that she builds websites. So it's either the person tells the brother that, oh, I know somebody, this is the person's social media handle, or the person comes to me and tells me that, are you able to build a website for my brother? Either ways, you have access to that opportunity. So it's very important that you talk about what you do. So whatever you're doing right now, ensure that people know that you are able to do that. So even when you're looking for a job, recruiters are able to search about you, and they say that, okay, this person actually knows this thing, because the person is actually putting out stuff that are saying that they actually know this thing. Now, the last point I have to say here is to stay consistent. The tech world is evolving very fast. If you're on earth with me, I hope we are all on earth, right? You will know that things are happening very fast. We are talking AI, we are talking Web3, we are talking cryptocurrencies. A lot of conversations are going on, and if you are just on and off, you're going to miss out on a lot. Because let's say you were in the era where we were using phones that did not have internet. You went off, you came back, you went off, you came back. Now we are in the era where glass is now, we have internet powered everything. Your watch is internet powered. Your AirPods is internet powered. You will just miss out on everything. So you need to be consistent. You need to stay updated with what is going on. You cannot just go off and say you're not doing again, then you come back and say you're doing again. You have to be consistent. In fact, in the long run, the people that are actually consistent are the people that will actually win, because people will know that for this person to stay with this thing for this long, it means that this person is actually serious, and then they will take you seriously. But if you're known for being inconsistent, that, oh, today this person is doing this, tomorrow she said, she's not doing this, next tomorrow, oh, he's not doing this, they won't take you seriously. So yeah, it's very important that you stay consistent. Okay, I hope I'm not feeding you with too much information. I hope I'm not. But then, so for people that do not know how to get started, you don't know where to get started, I'm just going to give you, I got this tweet from Hak Sultan, and I just want it to be, this is very simple, so I hope it helps. So if you're a person that likes you like aesthetic, you know that, you have a very good eye for colors and stuff, you know how to combine things together. For example, I heard someone that said that the reason why he knew that he was supposed to be a designer is because he will be walking on the road and he's seeing billboards, he's seeing flyers, and he's upset that why is the person doing this? Why did the designer do this? So this person is not in tech, but he has a pain point with the things that he sees around design. So when he wanted to choose a career path in tech, it just made sense that he goes into design. Now, design itself is broad. There's UI UX design, there's graphic design, there's brand design, but design is design. So if you're someone that likes aesthetic, maybe, just maybe, design is for you. If you're interested in making the web, you're interested in the web, you want to see things better on the web, you can go into web development. If you like logic, you like to think, you know that you're a critical thinker, then you can go into the back end of things, like back end development. If you like data, there's data analysis, there's data science. If you know how to manage people, you know how to get people to do things, then maybe product designer is for product manager, project management, product and project manager. That role could be for you. If you know how to coordinate people, you know how to organize people, get people to do things. Then if you are very concerned or interested in security, then cyber security is for you. If you like sleek designs, like you see flyers and all of those things, you like it, then maybe graphic design is for you. If you care about creating structure, then maybe program management is for you. If you care about people, you like people, you have thing for people, then maybe HR is for you. There's HR in tech. If you like thinking of ways to make things better, then maybe growth manager is for you. If you're good at making friends, you're business oriented, there's a role called business development. That could be for you. If you can manage crowd well, you know how to engage people. Community manager could be your role. So there are so many aspects, so many things you can do, so many things. So it's going to be easier if you apply what you already like. You can also go out of the box and say, oh, I like this particular tech and I want to learn it. That also works. But then just pick one and start. It's not a sentence that, oh, if you start with this, you must end with this. Once you start with this, you may decide that, oh, I prefer this, or maybe you get exposed to other things that you can actually do, and then you're free to actually explore those as well. So I really hope this helps. In case you're confused, maybe you can reach out to me and then we talk about it. Several industries, tech is not just IT. There is EdTech, which is education and technology. There's Agri-Tech, which is agri and technology. There's Food Tech, food and technology. There's FinTech. FinTech is very popular because money is involved. So there's finance and there's technology. There's entertainment tech. There's legal tech. There's fashion tech. There's health tech. There's med tech. So tech can be applied in any area. It can be applied in any industry. So just look out for the one that suits you the most and get started. I really hope this helps. Thank you for listening.